All right. All right, everybody. Thank you for coming in. We're starting our meeting at 7:16 p.m. We just had our fun icebreaker. What do you do that's fun, funny, or just to get on somebody's nerves? So we had some very interesting answers going on there. So we're gonna get started. I don't anticipate it being a really long meeting today, but we do have quite a few things to vote on because we're gonna be having a lot going on. Spring is here, or we should say the second half that's moving into spring is here. So we have a couple of things that we stated we wanted to complete and do for this half of the year. So let me share screen. So okay, so for us, I believe yes, and now we have a quorum as well, so we can do our voting and things today. So the first thing is I wanted to do was to thank everybody. We did have the youth summit that we went to on December 10th, and between Cynthia, thank you for volunteering. We packed the bags and things for the kids that for them to come in and have some goodies and giveaways. And then I wanted to thank John for attending the event with us, and they had really good speakers and things there. I think that if we was to actually work to do something like this, has to be a little bit more strategy around getting more students there because there wasn't a huge turnout. But I'm thinking if there's a way to incorporate adults that will bring kids, that would be like the way to really go. Because everything was great, but just could have had a little bit more attendance, I think. So wanted to go over the few things that we stated we wanted to do this coming year for this half before June is up. So we need to vote on and finalize if we want to do, if we absolutely want to do the job preparation workshop. I think it should be, I want to kind of put this out there. Would it be smarter to do like one or two large events and do less events, or do we want to do more events? You know, I'm thinking about time frame and things like that. So I want us to think about what it is that we want to do and what we do, because I'd rather us vote to do things we know we're going to put our energy into accomplishing. So I know we talked about having a job preparation workshop. I gave about an estimate, did some budgets, numbers. This is around an estimate of like if we wanted to have the permits, to have gifts and different things for the event. So the school permits are about $32 an hour per classroom. So I said that if we wanted to do 4 hours, 2 classrooms, that's about $256. Have some gift cards for kids, have an Xbox, large screen TV, supplies, pens, giveaways, maybe like t-shirts and, you know, things like that. Estimating could come to like close to $2,000 for that. The job and internship fair, in which we would collaborate with CB9 in the Robert McNair Park. I think that, you know, depending, I don't know exactly. I know that CB9 has chairs and tables, but I did a rough estimate of how much that may cost us, supplies. So it could cost up to about $1,000 or close to $1,000 for the job or internship fair. And then the major event we want to do with is the Family Fun Day. I estimate that it could come up to, if we talk about tables, chairs, supplies, t-shirts, gift cards, bounce house, face painting, maybe a couple of other activities, food and snack, that could come up to a late closer to $6,000. And then we talked about getting food donations and different things like that for events. So that's something that, you know, we could still work on, which would then reduce some of the cost of the event. So I'm putting out these 3 things and wanting to know what do we want to do? And if we're going to do it, you know, let's make sure we make that commitment and go from there. So do people really feel strongly and want to do the job prep workshop? And that would be March, which really is only a couple of months away. So is that something we really want to put our energy into doing for this spring? Need some feedback, y'all.
I personally think maybe just one big event, and especially seeing how quickly the time has been passing. March is basically tomorrow.
Right. Okay. So okay. Anybody other feedback?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe two, maybe one big thing for everything.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we could adjourn everything together.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I
All right.
I have a
So
question.
if we're looking at, so when we're saying one big thing, right?
Mhm.
Are we thinking like, what about, okay, so we said our big thing would be the Family Youth and Fun Day, but do we want to do the job and internship fair where we'll be getting people and DYCD and them to come in, and then perhaps do it during, or maybe do it a little later, in April, whereas we could bring some folks together for jobs and stuff like that for the kids. Like, what do you guys think? So, I mean, because it kind of sounds like we want to vote out and not doing the job prep workshop. Am I correct? Do people want to do the job, or do we want to cut that?
I'm
Hello,
saying
could I say something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Linda.
Oh, go on, Cynthia. Go on, Cynthia.
no, I was just saying if we incorporated the job prep workshop along with the family fun day, I mean, you're gonna get a lot of people to turn out to that. I can tell you that for sure, especially if you do it where you say you're gonna do it. So I guess you will see more teams there, and we can have like some like stuff set up for them there. They will see more there. But to have a job prep workshop by itself, I think it would be better if we incorporate it with the family fun day.
Right. So
Yeah.
now the only thing I'm thinking why we were thinking strategically when we originally said we were going to do this, because we were going to do the job prep workshop to have them prepared for the job fair.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So if we're going to do it with the Family Fun Day, if they're having fun, do you really think they're going to want to go to a job prep workshop? You know what I mean? Like, they're going to be like,
Yeah, that's true.
you know what I mean? Like, I'm just thinking of how kids are. They're going to be like, "Lo, we just want to have fun." I don't know if they'd really actually want to sit through it. And then if it's already in June, they would have done most of the interviewing already, because they would have already had to apply for SYAP, would be passed already.
Right. Oh, yes.
Because that was part of the reason we thought about doing it.
Hi, can I say
Linda,
something?
go ahead, Linda. Yeah.
Yeah, I am looking, I will go with one big one.
Mhm,
And I will go with the Family and Youth Fund Day.
mhm.
But would that, if we would CB9 want to do 2 fun days? I remember we're aiming to go back to the 4th of July like last year. Now I look at your fun day and you got a lot of fun.
Mhm.
And the thing about you still having yours, even if we move it, make one big with the CB9, so it will cut down expenses going to the youth services. Because all of this we could do in our fund day. Because last year we were talking about this and there was not much people to do this. So
Right.
we could do everything here in our fund day because there is enough space that we could have our own section.
Mhm.
Right? Because the CB9 one, we just set up tables for people to walk around and see what's on the table. This one, if we incorporate this one with it, this would really help everybody. Because we got a plan, we can have games for families, bouncing house for kids, a red block party, the vending. There's already a DJ there. We might not have to do that. The city agencies would come out for the board, right? We won't want to have it them twice because we will have to choose who and who.
Okay.
But I think I love the fun day. So if we want to incorporate the fun day, the CB9's fun day, right? Then we could do one of our other ones on our own.
Okay.
Mhm.
I think that's a good idea. So based on
Yes.
what you're saying, um, what I think sounds like to me that might make sense, is the thing that could be our event, which would be in the same space, would be the internship and job fair. Like, I think that we should do that because we know we're gearing towards the specific population that we work with.
Mhm.
So that could be like our event that we sponsor and we really put together around springtime for the kids to be able to make sure that they have place to go to apply, have the organizations come and things like that, right?
Yes.
And then the Family Youth and Fun Day, we did say that we were gonna collaborate that with CB9 anyway, which that
Right.
one is also the biggest expensive, right?
Uh-huh.
So I also talked to them because one of the things by January 30th, I can apply. I'm gonna put in to apply for Citizens Committee has a neighborhood grant. So
Yes.
that's for about $3,000. So my thought is that I could put in for the grant, which would probably, which would then help if we get it. And it's a big, huge community event. And then if we can, and then the job and internship fair isn't as high in cost. So it's probably something that CB9 can afford to give us the money for, but it's very important
But-
because we'll be pulling all different organizations that want to present and give job and information to the kids in the neighborhood.
All right. On funding,
Mhm.
as you know, we're still waiting to see what's going to happen, what's going to be cut from us. So
Okay.
at this point, we really not in a position to say what we could and could not do where our money is concerned, because we already know that by the time the mayor brings his next budget speech, that there will be cuts. So
Okay.
that will mean then that, maybe we might want to find one or two agencies.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if we could move, find out all the youth services organizations or groups in our community and
Mhm.
see if we could trap them. Well, attract them.
Mhm.
Well, trap too. So that
Okay.
even if we don't get actual dollars, we can get them to sponsor something, like sponsor some food, sponsor some gifts, sponsor something, because the transfer money might not be as feasible as we would like. And I would rather them give us the gift rather than give the money to the board, because I don't want the money to go spend someplace else.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
If
So
you can get an Xbox for $300 Xbox, they could pay for it.
Yeah.
$400 stream. So if we, even for our 5,000 for the 5,700 budget,
Mhm.
if we put some of that to the board, we might not need all that. We might just need like a sponsor for the bouncy house, $1,300. Yes, fit some person to do face painting. People
Yeah.
could make food and snacks. We could get people to bring, and as I say, so our own budget for our part in the fun day, we
Okay.
can still to go out and get that. And then
Okay.
we could do either join the other two together in some way or choose one.
Okay. Okay. So I guess just for clarification, I just remembered two things that we talked, because we said we wanted to show some films and some movies there.
Uh-huh.
So it just dawned on me that we can also incorporate like having a popcorn making machine and like a film screen. So I'm just looking at what the cost of that is real quick. So all right, for clarification, Linda. So right now, job preparation workshop, we're saying, are we gonna vote nay or yay? Let's do the votes real quick. Is that nay or yay?
Nay.
Okay.
Nay.
Okay, so we're gonna, not this year, right? And
The
then,
youth summit,
Huh?
I like the youth summit. I'm thinking that sometimes when we plan things like youth summit, we make them a little bit too rigid and too business-like.
mhm,
Maybe we could look at some ways of having some fun into it. Not that kids come from 9 to 1 or so, and every 15 minutes there's another speaker.
mhm,
I would like for us to have a more session where we have conversation with the children, right?
mhm,
And see how they're thinking, what they're doing, who's politically inclined, who's inclined for the community, so that
mhm.
we know what they want.
Okay,
I'm thinking more of like, knowing their vision, because they're going to be the future leaders, whether we know it or not. So
mhm,
we've been down here saying, oh, well, job fair is what they need. And look, everybody is leaving a job in a hurry. The next one come, the next one go.
right,
So I think we should have something across the board, like,
mhm,
from 16 to 24 years old,
mhm,
where we could have a conversation with them.
mhm.
We had one a few years ago, but it was online because it was during COVID. And we
Okay,
did get there were some very good kids there, and they were really ready to be entrepreneurs. They were ready. Some of them had a business online, and they were not even 20 years old,
okay,
right? And then also, even although you'll be thinking about the young adults, we still have to look at our younger ages,
Mm.
maybe from 12 to 15.
okay,
They're got aspirations too, and they're gonna shoot a gun like anybody else. So we need to start doing things more on the ground, conversations rather than talking down.
okay, okay, sounds good to me. All right, so, just added two more things. So what are your feelings about us working towards for the spring, doing the job and internship fair, which would be really sponsored and led by us, which
Yes.
would have at least until April,
Yes.
to do. I need to get the votes in, yay or nay on that. Can people just put the
I mean, Linda.
voting hands up?
Okay, hold on.
This is for which one? The job
This is for
internship?
this is for the job and internship fair. I know if I'm voting, I would vote yes for us to do that.
Yes, for me.
Okay,
Yes,
okay. Cynthia and Latween?
Yes.
yes.
Okay, so that's a yay. All right, yes.
So excuse me, I'm sorry. So for the job preparation, what are the votes?
The votes is unanimous, yes.
Okay.
Okay, and then the last thing it sounded like everyone already wanted to do that, which we're gonna collaborate with this bigger group of CB9 for the Family Youth to Fun Day, and to make it a big, huge event for that one. And what's the vote on that one?
Family Fun Day?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was
Okay.
it June or July 4th? No, it was June.
No,
Was
we
it
want to
June?
do that for June.
Oh, okay. I think, did we have the CB9 Fun Day last year in June or July? We had it in July.
No, because we don't have any summer programming in CB9.
Yeah, we had a fun day. We had a fun day last year, right?
Oh,
In
I
the
don't-
same Robert Matney Park.
I think
Yeah,
don't-
but that was in July, was it?
it
Was it
wasn't
July?
July. It
That
wasn't
was in July because we
June?
don't have any programming over the summer.
It was
June?
right. It was early June because it was right after we swore in the new members, and I think it was just like a couple days.
Yes, you're right. You're right. It was June,
Yeah.
maybe June 1st. Yeah.
Yeah, because remember
second week
after
in
June,
Good.
yeah,
Right. June.
after, yeah, you're right. Because after
Yeah.
June we shut
Yes.
down, so we didn't
Yes.
have anything. And I remember attending, and it wasn't in July.
Yeah, because I know you were there. That's when I saw you face to face.
Yep, that was the first time we saw each other face to
Yes.
face.
When we
All
got
right,
the whole
so-
board face to face.
Right. All right. So can we just put up our hands real quick so Cynthia can record? If you say yes, you could say yay or put your hands up.
Yes, from me.
Okay. So it's unanimous yay.
Okay.
All right. All right. So those are the things that we're going to just focus on, the two. And so the two will be the internship and job fair. So the next steps will be, what it is that we may need to break up some duties to make sure that, the things that are needed for that day is done. But we also need to do a lot of, I know that the board will help us with outreach and things like that, but we still should reach out to our own networks and get people to come. I think it would also be nice to maybe have a few speakers who'll just come and, be able to give some information, any prep stuff and things like that for the kids. So, that's just something, if we can think of anybody who might want to come and talk to the young people at the job and internship fair, that would maybe be another thing that would be good. And again, with the family fun day, we'll be collaborating. So we'll just make sure we do our part. The other thing is I'm working with, I met with the commissioner of Department of Youth and Community Development and the president of Virginia Union University. And he's incredible. Like, he has so much stuff going for his school. I wish he was around when I was going to school, because they are getting a lot. Like, they are getting electric cars, they're getting investments, they're getting NACA sponsored homes to buy. The amount of stuff. And then the other thing is, if they go there from undergrad, they can go all the way to their doctorate and they don't have to apply anymore. They just can go straight through. So it's a lot of incredible stuff that he's doing for the students there at Virginia. And they're opening a satellite site in Harlem in about 2 years. So I told them I'll be thinking about my doctorate if I could get one for free and I could get all of that. I'll be thinking about doing it if with all of the stuff he has to offer. So with that, we had originally talked about, I had talked about wanting to do the CB9s, Soul to Souls. And, another thing I want to make super transparent for everybody is knowing that I'm also the CEO and founder of Soul to Souls, which is a nonprofit organization. We also work with youth. So there will be times that with some of the things that we're doing, I would love to, be a partner in this, but I want to be completely open and transparent about that. So with this, I'm working and talking to them through Soul to Souls, and also letting them know if you guys are open and interested, because I would like to try to get as many students involved, and especially students from our community, to do a college tour from New York to Virginia Union University, as well as Virginia State University, or State College. Because we could go to both. So Virginia Union is offering up letting the kids stay, and the adults who volunteer stay in the dorms overnight. And so we would tour this campus. We would try to get those seniors in. I want them to be accepted into the school and know they're accepted before they leave. And then the next day, go to Virginia College and Virginia State, and then go to King's Dominion afterwards so that they can have some fun and then come back to New York. So originally we had talked about doing the 10 college tour from New York to Atlanta, but it's a big undertaking and it's a lot of money. And I don't want to push for it if the money's not going to be there. I figure it's probably going to take a year just to try to raise $65,000 to take all the kids we want to take. So that's something I'm going to start diligently working on, but this could be something realistically during the April spring break that we may be able to do. And so DYCD, I'm looking into seeing who's going to fund it. I have a meeting coming up this week with Virginia Union University, so I could give more details, but I would, love for us to all collaborate on this and get some of our youth involved in that. So I want to, I guess, a vote to see if, and Linda, you can help me out because I know you're more versed with this stuff. Would we have to vote if this is something we want to partner with, or like, how does that part of it work? Linda, you there? You're on mute if you're talking. I don't know. I guess I don't know. She's not there. So yeah, I'm not sure if this is something we have to vote on or how that works, but I would assume that would be, so I'll just do it as a vote just in case it is something we're supposed to vote on, just in case. How many people are interested as a group, us partnering to work to do this college tour? And then hopefully some of you guys would be able to volunteer and come. All right, so I see John, Luana, Latween, and I think Linda must have stepped away. All right, so Cynthia, did you put in a vote? Okay, got you.
Yes.
All right, so the only person that didn't vote is Linda, and I think she must have stepped away. All right. Now the other thing is for the next meeting, I'm working. So originally the superintendent, Lindsay, agreed to come and talk to us. But when I discussed with her what our topic and focus would be, because most of the schools that she has are elementary and middle school, she suggested that I reach out to Michael Prayer, who is the superintendent for District 17, but he's for the high schools. So I already sent an email out, and we'll be following up to see if he will come next meeting and talk to us about like the education and skills needed for 16 to 24-year-old, and how as a community board we can help to service that population. We already have, and I didn't put it on this one, but for the following one, the March event, the commissioner and one of the deputy commissioners already agreed to speak to us in March for Department of Youth and Community Development. And we'll hone in on what their topic would be, but DYCD funds a lot of programming for after school, summer, and they also fund like school-based programs, as well as housing-based programs like NYCHA-based programs. And they do a lot, for the city. So the commissioner has already agreed and is already on the calendar to come for March. If anybody has any questions, concerns, or anything that they want to bring up, feel free, because that's it for me on my end. But is there any questions, thoughts, or concerns? No? Okay. All right. So it looks like we are going to push through, and I will make sure that I follow up with you, with some of you, with some of the support that will be needed. Luana, I don't think did you agree or say that you was okay with, I don't think I have your email and phone number.
Oh, I'm okay with
Okay.
my email. Should I send it to you or?
Well, we can't do chat, but I believe as long as do you have everything proper with the office? Because then they could send it to me, and with their
Yes,
phone
yeah.
number. Okay.
Yes, definitely.
All right.
yeah.
So I'll follow up with you on that, on some of the things that we're going to work on need, because now to me, it's going to definitely start being crunch time because we're on this side of the new year and things start to move fast.
Yeah, I have no problem. No problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Can I say something?
Yes, of course.
And and you just touch on it. Now, we are a small committee. Is it possible that we can have our list of members, the telephone numbers and the email just for us? Because you
you didn't get that? Because they sent it the last, remember we talked about that like 2 meetings ago, and then they sent it out to us. Yeah, that's okay. I believe I have them.
Oh,
So I could I'll
they send our names. I can't remember.
They sent it with our emails, and then I asked them for the phone numbers. But I don't know if we got all the phone numbers. Latween, did we get the phone numbers? You're on mute.
I don't remember phone numbers.
Yes, I don't remember phone numbers.
Okay.
Let me look.
All
I
right.
don't
Yeah,
even
I
think
know
they
we
got
had
all
emails. I just don't think we got
Yeah.
phone numbers because I
don't
was
even think
telling
they
them
got
we
all our
need
phone
them.
numbers. I don't think they got all our phone numbers. So
All right. So,
so I can put mine in the chat now.
well,
and
there's
you
no
can-
chat. You can't do
Oh,
chat on
Lord.
here. So Cynthia, can we just say it now so we could do it? Because it tends to take a while to go through the
Yes.
stuff.
I just-
Sure, one at a time. I can take Latween.
I just looked, there were no phone numbers.
Okay.
What do you need?
So I have
Your phone-
emails, but I'm gonna just give out, we could just give it out and it's recorded. You
Oh,
know, the
yes. Go
phone
give
number-
it right now. Oh, yes. I forgot we recorded this. Please go
Yeah.
and give it right now. Yes.
Okay.
We will find a way.
All right. All right, everybody. I'm gonna stop recording now. How do I stop this? Okay, wait. All right, sorry, y'all. Hold on a second. Okay.